Hello, everyone, and hello to Diane. How are you?
Good, thank you. And hi, Theresa and Cynthia in Bali.
Hi. So let's start with the prayer and the guides will come through. Great Spirit, we ask for your protection as we join with the world of spirit. We ask that you would help us to open our minds, our hearts, and our lives to the information that becomes available. And we ask that you would bless what we are doing here. Amen. So we greet you once again, beloved friends, and we greet, of course, the ever-loved Lady Diane and all of those who work as guides and ancestors with you. So the topic selected for our brief talk today is how to turn down the noise, or that you should turn down the noise so that you are not drowning in the chaos. And it is a very appropriate topic for your world at present time. There is a great deal going on that is chaotic. And if you have been following what we have been saying for several years now, there has been a choice. Only one of two choices that can be made, to either choose peace and progress or to choose chaos and turmoil. Whatever choice you have made over the last 2 to 3 years in your life has been based on your choice of those two. No matter what the choice may have been, it has always been either a choice of peace and progress or turmoil and chaos. And in your world at present time, you will have noticed there's a great deal of chaos. Is there not, Lady Diane?
Absolutely. That made me think of the expression from the Course in Miracles. Would you rather have peace or would you rather have conflict? That I heard many years ago, but it's becoming more obvious now. And turning down the outer noise, the first thing I thought of was all the social media coming at us and stopping ourselves going to look at it, you know?
Yes. And is it not interesting, the social media, how often you hear negative responses? Because somehow those involved in social media are making commentaries that they would never make to the face of others. And it has become common practice to be disparaging. Yes?
Absolutely. As Theresa and Cynthia say, stay in your own lane.
Yes, indeed. So this is a gentle warning, once again, to actually make note of the fact that there is so much chaos. Let us look at the first card that Lady Diane has been drawn to select. Yes.
Yes, the Nine of Swords from my ancestral tarot, and she's just feeling like everything's coming in at her, but in reality, none of those swords are actually piercing her skin or too close, but she feels like they are. So there's a choice to see it as it is and focus on her own stuff, or to feel like she's under attack, for example.
Yes. And one wonders whether if she closed those doors, those swords would disappear, because that is the outer world depicted, is it not?
Absolutely, yes. So she sort of let them in, maybe by looking at social media, using that as an example.
Yes.
And there's so much we can do to shut out the chaos.
Yes. There is a great deal of noise in the world at present time. And whilst there has been a tendency in the human condition to focus on the negativity, we would say that has increased. And there is a reason for the increase, because the world is moving to a point where there has to be an energetic shift. The difficulty is that those of you who are making that energetic shift through the portal of peace are finding it difficult still to disconnect with the noise of what has been. Yes, Lady Diane?
Yes, relating to every country in the world, people, animals. Yes.
Yes, there's certainly a great deal of negative noise, and we would say it is vitally important that you ask yourself one question: can I change this? And if you cannot change it, it is simply outer noise, and you must turn down that noise, that volume. You must say, I cannot change it, so I will not engage with it. I will not focus my attention on it. Like the swords above the lady in the card that you were drawn to select, yes?
Absolutely, yeah. Beautifully put about that door. Close that door and stay in your lane.
Indeed, yes. And the other card that you were drawn to select, Lady Diane.
Very much about avoiding others' negativity. Again, that can be people who are draining us too much. We do the best we can for them, but not take on their journey because it's theirs. Yes, you probably assume that your weariness and lack of creativity are because of life's ongoing demands. But in many cases, the truth is you become a massive sponge to other people's negativity and the stresses.
Indeed.
Can't say people.
Yes, we would ask you, Lady Diane, just as a matter of interest, are you not like everyone else feeling this exact weariness from time to time?
Absolutely. And sometimes you think, but what have I done? And it makes sense. You know,
Yes.
maybe scrolling through the phone too much, a little bit on YouTube, or listening to people's problems and worrying about that person instead of switching off, even if it's a phone call, and let them get on with the journey. We send them healing, love, and that's all we can do.
Yes. And we would ask you also, of the clients that you are giving healing advice to of late, how many of them are getting messages much like this one to one extent or another lately, yes?
And all these mixed messages is very much a big thing this last couple of months, particularly from people they're trying to date on dating sites. And their emotions are being played with.
Yes.
And like you say, the other person doesn't have to face them. And it drives them crazy. It's like, now you see me, now you don't. Does he love me? Does he not?
Yes.
Yeah. So there would be people who are using that inappropriately and not genuinely seeking a relationship.
Yes, indeed. So perhaps then, just in conclusion, watch the choices you are making. Don't allow yourself to listen to and engage in circumstances that aren't of help to you, that do not increase your sense of peace and happiness. Yes? Any last advice, Lady Diane?
Well, something I realized yesterday was a mindfulness event I went to, and we spent time, each of us outside, which a house had a large patio around it, and just spending 5 to 10 minutes smelling the trees, listening to the sounds was very, very soothing and helped with the mindfulness. Smelling the pines, the pine cones. I wouldn't have normally taken the time to do. And it can put you in a completely different mindset. There's all this beauty around us, and we're we seem to be swaying or pulled towards the other side.
Yes. So be mindful. Yes.
Mindful. And go to a place where you can do that. And if you haven't got that space in your environment, some music or some of that soothing music. There's music with different frequencies to help you get into the zone you need to.
Yes.
So
consciously push away
yeah.
what doesn't bring you peace. Yes.
There's so much free help available on YouTube.
Yes, indeed, there is. So we thank the Lady Diane and her guides and ancestors, and we greet you all then with our great and unconditional love for you.
Thank you, ladies.
Hi, everyone.